Hello ladies and gentlemen, Gaming Toucan here. Last episode, man, we had an amazing war with Spain. I know that saying the war was amazing in itself sounds rather ridiculous, but it was amazing indeed. We managed to take the entirety of Valencia, they kicked them out of Italy, so it's looking very, very good for us. Now, there are a few things we need to address before we continue on time flow, and that is opinion. As you can see, we are pretty much disliked, but that won't change. So coalition, they are not in a coalition yet, though they will join, so we need to actually go against Milan now. Such is life, I suppose. This will require coring. This will severely hurt our income. So from next month we will no longer receive this beautiful 30 ducat trade income. And we need to choose a new idea. Now the candidates are many, as you can of course see. But right now, let's be honest, we haven't even finished humanist ideas, and those coring costs are still cutting it rather hard. We of course could take admin just to get core creation cost, but it is so staple and so typical that I have my reservations against going this classic traditional, you could say, route. So we're not going to do that. Instead, we could consider plutocratic, and they would allow us to get even more improved relations and some institution spread from policies. Get burghers loyal, get manpower recovery speed, and some nice goods produced, modify merchants, national unrest, which is really nice. It will give us a total of -4 with humanism. Increase morale of navy, armies, and mercenary discipline and mercenary payments. So this is nice. We could go quantity, which will increase our force limit tremendously and expand our army strength considerably. Quantity is actually awesome for us, as we have still very low manpower and very low force limit, especially compared to the Ottomans. And we'll need to tackle the Ottomans eventually if we are going to win this, because we need entirety of Anatolia and Balkans, and as you can tell, Balkans are still not ours. So yeah, that will require tackling the Ottomans, which will not be easy. Now, with that being said, I think that is going to be the decision. It's either plutocratic or quantity, because while offensive are really nice, I think the quantity is better, in our case at least. We could go for the discipline, but we don't care that much. It's a difficult decision. Actually, I've taken quantity so often in the past that I am considering playing with the game a little bit and going plutocratic. But since we are doing something difficult like restoration of the Roman Empire and Mare Nostrum, I think we can't really afford it. So we are going to go for quantity and immediately unlock national manpower modifier. And it's looking much healthier already. 30 to 50,000. With that being said, we are going to move to Milan. No, you are going to go all the way around. Come on. And go through France, Papal State, and Genoa. Austria has left the coalition against us. I don't think it was the wisest decision, Austrians. I mean, we can immediately declare war on them, and I think we actually could do that. They are our rival, so we could humiliate them and get points out of it, which is nice, even at this stage of the game. And Savoy is just a tiny bonus, which we could eat on the way. But we cannot be distracted. Our priority... Oh, let's see, could we change a rival? They're so not worth it right now, so we are actually going to switch a rival. Announce Milan and go to war with Milan. We're going to take conquest. We're going, of course, to enlist the French because we want to use their manpower in the meat grinder. And it's time to go. No time like the present. We can't waste any opportunity, and we need to immediately enter conflict with the Milanese. Move to Piedmont and then Cuneo. Our armies. Perhaps it was a mistake to have both of our armies here, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, right now let's reduce this. Excuse me. Military exhaustion. Conquer continent, this is nice. Reduce overextension. And not anymore. I think we might don't really need it. There's no point in supporting trade when we will have such a reduced trade income. Spain has entered military alliance with he has no navy, really. They have no... they are landlocked. Spain has entered alliance with Lorraine. This is cute. So we are here in the mountains. Genoa will receive the brunt of the enemy attack in the first place. Okay, we are exiled, which is nice. We can move through enemy territory quickly and safely. We'll not go to Cuneo yet, because the Milanese have their 24,000 army here. And we don't want to enter Genoa like this, so we are actually going to go around. Now, I suppose this is the majority of the enemy fighting force. And we could try to lure some of them out of there by going into Cuneo. If so, then we would immediately react and attack, but for now let's move into Parma. Our navy does not take part in this conflict. We could actually fight this. This is an important fort for us, and we don't want our enemy to have access. So we are going to do something like this. We are going to recruit some more mercenaries so that we have the manpower to actually shoot at these people. Front line. But let's not forget that in fact we start to need artillery more and more as this conflict continues. Trebizond, they're at war with Georgia, so sure. This ruins our plans just a little tiny bit, because we wanted to go on to Theodoro. Perhaps we could declare war. Good relations, really. Okay, send an insult. And now we don't have good relations, so we can't excuse me, declare war and take that part of the land as well. Let's start with Tarragona. It's a trade node. And this is going rather alright. Get those mercs, get that money out of Parma, unite those forces and move against the Milanese force. We'll see if it can manage to actually take this. If that were to be the case, then we'll still have a lot of trade income. How come it didn't fall? Overextension is not being calculated for some odd reason. Is it because we're at war? I don't understand. How can we have such a positive trade income still? Oh yeah, okay, sure. It's actually good. 7 now. Not a problem. Lorraine is out of this conflict. I don't mind that. And yeah, the young can serve, certainly. And we get 10% production efficiency, which is awesome. Though these ideas are out of date and we really need to change them. Now, are you part of France? You are. We're not going to give you to the French. Well, that wouldn't be so bad after all. I mean, we don't suffer anything and the French will love us, I think. Yeah, let's do that. We don't mind. So let the French grow just a little tiny bit. And yeah, they move. Yeah, the Lorrainese have moved. So the Milanese are at a disadvantage and there's no point in waiting. We can assault the Milanese army directly. This will actually be a potentially difficult battle. The enemy has better fire, but we have a shock advantage and we have more cavalry. Well, that artillery is starting to make a difference. As we can see, the shock phase is definitely ours. The casualty disproportion is tremendous. And with Ugrol's, the fire phase is being dominated by our troops as well. Excellent, so the main Milanese army is being rounded as we speak. So there's nothing to stop us from finishing our effort in taking Mantua and Milan. Modena will be the only thing left in our way. So let's compose these forces. We don't really need those mercenaries anymore. This is going great. We'll attack Milan at its heartland, at its capital, and use it to finish this fight quickly and pleasantly. No point in doing any of this. Our vassals are obliged to pay more income to us than overlord, which I believe is a great trade-off. It's all wars. One of our vassals wonders it would be better if they were called into wars instead of paying these ridiculous sums. Well, our vassals are not going to be put into conflict anyway. We do not intend to have them asking around and saying if they can or cannot join our fight. So yeah, Milan is being looted and taken as we speak. This is fine. Now, when do we have troops? 1576, so we'll wait with this war until that time, so that we can start coring Milan. And then we shall immediately launch an offensive against Modena in order to reunite Italy. Afterwards, taking the rest of the peninsula should not be so difficult, as we'll have permanent claims, so that should reduce coring costs significantly. And significantly I mean by a fourth, which should not be underestimated. Indeed, this is going fine. Excellent. Let's continue on making those cores. There's a lot that needs to be done here, and there's no point in dilly-dallying. We get 500 men each month, so our available troop count is increasing tremendously. But right now, as I think about it, we don't need investments. We need tech improvement. So there you go, there you have it. Milan is going to fall. It was much faster than one could initially anticipate. The French, of course, were invaluable in the attack against our enemies. And the siege of Milan is over already, with only half a year of time it took us to take a highly fortified and developed city. Losing this just a little tiny bit more is in our interest. Oberschwaben, 26 ducats. Is it at Ravensburg? I think it is. And oh my, this is an important moment. 1572. Let's see how the religion looks. Oh my, this is going to be brutal. Pomerania, Bohemia, Gelre, Great Britain and Sweden. Protestant Catholic leagues will be enabled. Now, Rush of Merchants is a great event. It will finance our armies a little better. Obviously, we're going to take trade efficiency, and that will increase our income substantially. I think at this point we can take a level 3 advisor and maintain the level of income we had, which is good, I suppose. So let's recruit minister and get our level 3 diplomat, because this is looking wonderful. So Protestant Catholic leagues are enabled, and Saxony is the leader of one of the leagues, Bohemia being the leader of the Protestant one. Now, whether we want to engage in religious conflict in Europe will depend on several factors. The least important of those will in fact be religion itself. And actually we are going to curtail mercenaries. So, as you can see, Muscovy is on the Catholic side. It is important. The Muscovy is a big player, as well as, well, the biggest of the ones that has declared thus far. Get diplomatic corps. Get diplotech reduction, or get diplotech itself. And that diplotech is not as important to us right now. We can get this. It's better. And we don't really need Diplo Defense Act. Not that important. Good. Siege of Mantua is finished. Milan is falling tremendously fast. Much faster than one could initially anticipate. But it is to be expected. Our troops are not to be trifled with. And they can show our enemy where his place is. So glory to Milan, glory to Florence, I suppose. And excellent. We now occupy the province. We can't go further due to siege requirements, but that will change, of course. With that being said, we need to wait for this war. I have no allies. They are completely alone in the world, which means that we will take Ferrara out instantly, the moment we can. And I think this settles it. Muscovy and the Ottomans are on the same side and the same bed. I'm certainly not joining the Protestant League, so in this case I think Catholics will win in this religious war. It's completely unfeasible for us to join with number 1 and number 3 great powers being on the same side. Even though we are number 4 right now and soon number 2. Let's speed things up a little bit. Embrace printing press. Finally. Took us a while, I know. That should make us second world power, and so it is. Mighty Florence, it is. Still Florence, though we should be... That shouldn't last that long, and nutrition is a pain. We need to start building troop reserves. We are starting to finally get more manpower, which is very welcome. Let's move to Brescia. Okay, so let's see about that peace deal. We need Mantua. Let's do it like that, and oh god. Now this is a problem. Most definitely. The only thing that's saving us from total annihilation at this point is, of course, truces. But still we'll have a lot of enemies. I guess it's inevitable, and we need to deal with that. So, yeah. Still losing troops. Hurts tremendously. And after this conflict with Milan, I think we'll need to go a little slower on all that warfare and wait for a quick grab on Modena. Of course, we're not giving military access to Theodoro. They are no longer at war, and this is odd, to say the least, the situation in here. Oh well, never mind that now. Our allies are strong enough to support us, I think, and they will do so because it is in their best interest to have it as such. So yeah, let's just be patient and extend this warfare as long as possible until we actually can benefit from it. Well, we certainly demand Cossacks to be brought to justice. And Lithuania, you know what? Well, maybe not, because you're allied with people I'm allied to. So you have a very good diplomatic position. Surprisingly enough, the French have a particular taste in allies. What about a war with these people? France is in debt, so I think we'll have to take a little slow on the French involvement side for some time now. And excellent, our theologian has outdone himself and brought fame and glory to Florence for his intellectual achievements. So I think that prestige in this case is a far more enticing option. And while we're at it, we can work on some heathens. Won't hurt us. The Polish have led the coalition, which is, and they have, no, they don't, I think. So the people have left, starting to leave the coalition against us. And what is the aggressive expansion level actually? So it's 200 and they are leaving a coalition. I wonder what the hell is going on in their heads that they are in fact leaving a coalition with me. Leah, let's get that guy and give him a proper position. So it was a lifelong achievement for our theologian. He died. Oh. He died doing something amazing. And are they a part of the coalition? Not yet. Utmost importance on Luft prestige. And 50 ducats is cheap. And for permanent defensiveness increase, it's worth it, I say. So yeah, looting continues, and we are waiting for Mauritian infantry. It's a big change. Morale, military tactics, we need it ASAP. Even if a coalition hits us with such a bonus, we'll be able to give them quite the fight. This is irrelevant. Mercenary discipline at this point is awesome. Institution spread. Yeah, we're taking institution spread because Age of Reformation will end soon after global trade appears. So it will spread faster in our religion core provinces. And since we have a center of trade in Firenze, and this is the the best developed state we have, it will be spreading here really fast. I'll give them support, sure. It's not really worth it not to give it. And this is nice, a free conversion. Though it still is a tolerated religion, so not really a problem. And wow, well, this man is really fast, I must say. He has already achieved his special event. So 50 admin of prestige, and at this point we can take admin because we just had the event. And that's amazing. That's really amazing, and we have enormous inflation reduction. And things are really looking well right now. Of course, it won't last. We'll have to tackle the Ottomans eventually. But I see no problem in doing that. Truth be told. The enemy is completely occupied, but now we are waiting for the truce to end with Ferrara. Let's move on and be like the locusts that we are and keep on looting his rich provinces. I mean, almost 8 ducats from spoils of war. You can't say no to that. Of course, we are keeping our great Republic leader Corsini, a man of his age. Let's hope he actually lives to next elections, in which case we might actually retire the man and increase some Republican traditions. With that investment, we will wait for Mauritian infantry and get it ASAP, whenever it appears. High fervor. Excellent, so let's increase our trade income even further. And yeah, that's that. The Balears are part of our patrimony, so we'll make it a state. Definitely, this is a super rich area, and it has a big hold over the Genoese trade nodes, as you can see. Where was it incoming from now? Well, we'll need to increase our hold on Sevilla and Alexandria trade nodes. And we'll do that first and foremost by having merchants. And since we have 50 trade power, and we are actually transferring money already, so Tunis is not really worth it. So let's transfer this to Genoa, the right direction. I mean, it should increase our income furthermore. Yes, it did. Now, French, please leave. Thank you. Okay, this is Grand Upper Egypt. Not really. We'll get Valencia, and yes, let's use that money to make our country a little bit richer still. First, we just have to invest in our home trade now. There's no question about that. We need to make Genoa local income the greatest possible value. Of course, we'll not want to say no to a good church, right? Of course, we won't. They're leaving the coalition. This is so amusing. Clergy political struggle. Gain influence, or pay money to gain their loyalty and reduce their influence. Of course, we're going to pay the money. Compensate losses. Syracuse a part of our patrimony. Things are looking tasty. Well, there's a whole lot of land we can loot out there. The enemy has any troops left? No, they don't. Truce is about to end. October. Good. We'll take a loan, I suppose, as we can't avoid it. And we'll support the younger candidate. The younger, loyal candidate. Now, this is great cost reduction. Diplocorps, ideas, neighbor bonus, birthplace of Renaissance. Excellent. So we have now new galleys, which we'll need to upgrade because it's worth it. And well, we can do it already. So yeah, let's go. As soon as October comes, we will attack. Let's spread evenly. I guess some heretics converted. So yeah, good. Almost there. October. Okay. It's almost sad. Wait a second. We don't really need your trade power anymore. And it's going to mean war with the Pope, so this was a good decision. We can't kill them. And they will have a longer term in terms of peace. If we attack them, I think it will trigger coalition war. It won't. The only coalition member is Hungary. So in fact, we can trigger a coalition war, deal with these people, and have a truce. Does it work that way? Because if it doesn't, we'll get royally screwed and it will ruin our run. But if it does, it means that we'll be safe for a long period of time and we'll finish uniting Italy. So all hands on deck, we need to stop the Pope, take this war to next level. Our ships are upgraded. There's nothing more to say here, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to go to war with Ferrara. And who are the allies? They have a lot of allies. They have Spain as ally. We don't want to fight Spain. This is risky, but it's worth it. And even we have reduced overextension. Oh god damn it. Whoops, that hurt. Rival of our liege. What is liege? Oh, they have fallen. They won't like us. There's not a chance in the world. Okay, so we have a coalition war in which we are still ahead. So that's looking good. And let's get this ridiculous peace deal. Oh god, this is so risky, but at the same time so worth it if we succeed. There we go. The dice is cast. And we are universally hated, I think is the term. And this is so exciting. If we succeed, we unite Italy. While and all those... Oh, wait a second. Did they join the war? Oh, they didn't. They didn't join the war, or coalition. So... Oh, we are definitely calling everyone to arms in this one. And we're keeping out of the Holy Roman Empire religious war. We have more important things to do. And those things are called... oh god, we might have stirred some trouble here, but this is exciting. The coalition is a thing. I think we need 2 of these to actually hunt pirates. Genoa and Ragusa is protected, so we need to protect Venice. And of course, go home at war. And we are calling France to arms. And they are in the conflict. We need that protection because I don't know if the coalition war won't launch against us, and that would mean that our allies are immediately intertwined without asking them for any opinion whatsoever. So that is in our interest. And the tension is rising. In the world, that is. So yeah, we are doing fine, and we are moving well and efficiently. The Pope won't last, of course. We'll get them out really fast. We'll need to... we are protecting this trade node, aren't we? We'll need to deal with those pirates eventually, because it sucks that they are hurting our people so badly. So, all in all, right now we have -4 unrest due to our religion and humanism. Had we taken plutocratic, it would have been -6. So Savonarola is dead. God bless. We need a new military commander. And this is... no, we're not satisfied with any of these. This is the best we've got. So a little downturn in terms of our military. Let's... one more. 2 more. Oh, damn it. This was not worth it, but sometimes you just can't stop when you start rolling, you know what I mean. Okay, let's... coalition, no problem. Dealing with that. And yeah, this shouldn't be happening. We should be safe from the coalition. Actually, it's what I'm talking about, from the pirates. I'm so focused on one thing that I don't notice the biggest problem. Actually, this fleet should be patrolling actively. And we'll need to deal with those Tunisian pirates eventually, because it sucks how costly this actually makes this war. I mean, god damn it, how can they do that? We should be able to stop it, right? Okay, so let's move to Hungary and deal with the Hungarians now. The Gulf of Venice is over, dealt with. So, oh wow, the French are fighting Liege, I suppose. So yeah, suppose Italy is being pacified as we speak. This is looking excellent and fine, and even Dalmatia is still in our control. So the enemy does not control anything, in fact. Our overextension is high, but we are working on it. So things are looking well, and we have managed to stop enemies without being involved in absolutely horrendous wars. And Napoli is ours, so will Capitania. This means only one thing, ladies and gentlemen, and that is, well, the formation of Italy will happen soon enough. If the coalition doesn't kill us, because, well, there's a lot of people that dislike us at this point. Even the French have a lot of aggressive expansions. They have a truly blessed ruler, Mr. Francois Stewart. Foreign plots of stability. Tempting, but stab is better. We need the Republican tradition, it's essential. It costs us a lot right now, and we can't afford not to get it. So yeah, we are finishing this war decisively. I think we'll need more trade ships, actually. We have only 12. And where are they? Here. And any oh my. 2 trade ships. Well, we don't really, we're not going to increase trade value in Genoa. So, where to, I could ask. And this is 20 ducat trade node. So Sevilla for sure. Seville is the target of our expansion. So let's make a template to do 10 ships because it's faster that way, and just press, excuse me, press the button. 200 ducats is fine. We'll use 10 trade ships to reinforce civil and trade node influence. By pushing it forward, we'll... Oh, thank you. Finally, you appreciate the benefits from this conflict. It really tempts me to take Napoli just in front value. Let's recall our French allies. Oh, no, we know what we have to do. You are giving us Modena. Make everyone hate us. What about Napoli? Well, let's... Is there anyone not in call? I suppose we don't really need that. We'll restore Italy. Get... could we humiliate the anti-rival? So what we can get out of them? Oh, that is Milan. Release nations. War reps only. War reps, claims, cash. Transfer trade power. No, not willing. You're not going to transfer your trade power. Are you that confident, Mr. Pope? I think we'll have what we want. Yeah, transfer trade power is ours. Another glorious war where we have lost 8,000 men and increased our total development by several thousand. We still need to get rid of Hungarians out of this war. They are a member of a coalition, so they can't sign a separate peace deal. We don't want to expand in that direction. It could be worth it for the Serbians. Let's see what the Serbian liberty desire is. They have 54 development, so not really a problem right now. We could give them Transdanubia. Well, that would make people hate us even more, so I don't really see the benefit of that right now. And had they been here, they'd... no. It's not viable to go from Vienna. They'd have to go to Rhineland and then to Champagne, so it's no point pushing trade from here towards Genoa. And we're not interested in Venice, so Hungary is not interesting to us. So we only take Mantua because this is our priority. War reps, we don't transfer religion, we don't need it. It's actually in our best interest to keep them occupied. Let's clear this. Let's get... okay, never mind. This is really all we need. I mean, we are getting 3 prestige. And there we go. Finally, Modena is ours. So I think we have all the provinces. Yes, we have all the provinces to reunite Italy. And thank you for your time. We'll end this episode here. So I think we sped up considerably, and this is looking rather well. And we are pushing relentlessly towards restoring Italy and then going further, faster, better, stronger against our enemies. See you again in the next episode, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for your time. Been a blast. And if you like our content, please, of course, like and subscribe. We'll be back with bye-bye.